Oh my gosh. Let's freaking go, Knicks fans. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hopefully, people get notifications. If they don't, I'm literally going to be so pissed because this is probably going to be like my favorite live stream. Like, honestly, just huge win versus the Dallas Mavericks. Just like when I saw Alec Burks was out in this game, I was like, no freaking way we're going to come out victorious. No way we're going to come out victorious in this game. But just like, wow. Oh my gosh. Please, people better get notifications. I hope people get notifications. I'm excited about this W. Um, oh my gosh, 40 seconds in and like only one person. Oh gosh, I swear if I'm not getting notified, this would be such. Yo, we have 4 people in here. Good. All right, good. People get notifications. Yo, what's going on, guys? Huge win. I'm pumped right now. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys? Let me pull up the chat on here. It goes a little faster, I believe, on here. Yo, let's freaking go, Knicks fans. What's going on? Yo, Steph, the Knicks fan, welcome. He says, what's up? Oh my gosh, dude. I am so pumped right now. I'm so freaking pumped right now. I can't believe we came out victorious. I was really bummed out. Alec Burks out in this game. And it was just like we executed down the stretch. RJ Barrett, what do you have? 15, 16 points in the fourth quarter. Randle kind of frustrated me in the fourth, but luckily he did hit a big-time shot. Even Frank came in and hit a 3. I just think we should play Frank Ntilikina every time we play the Mavericks. Dude, I'm so happy too, man. Austin George says Randle was the best player on the court today, and Luka was playing. That's crazy. We did a really good job keeping Luka in check. I'm really proud of how we played as a whole. Jacob says, yo, when Randle was out, RJ did step up huge. Of course, there was the moment he hit he missed those back-to-back threes, but then you hit that big 3, posted up, and one, got to the rack. You just got to be happy with RJ. I hope RJ's a Knick for life, because he is not afraid of the big moment at all. He isn't. Let's freaking go, Knicks fans. Hopefully more people join. Oh, no notifications. Are people getting notifications? Oh. Yo, Braypan, what's going on? He says, bro, yeah, I shaved, dude. I shaved. Appreciate you being a member. For sure. Oh, don't worry. Your video will come. I was like thinking about it. Like, because the Heat actually, guys, you want even more good news? The Heat lost tonight versus the Timberwolves, and also the Hornets lost tonight. So now the Hornets are under 500, baby. But yes, I did shave. But don't worry, that video is coming. When like the seating's all good and stuff, because like things could change like crazy. Yeah, I was realizing that when I was filming the video. But don't worry, it's coming. Randle all NBA for sure. He has to. He has to. Knicks 5 in a row, baby. 5 in a row. What's going on, Ty D? Yes, sir. We won. Devin Cruz says, I told you about RJ Barrett. It's hilarious seeing all the comments on how RJ Barrett was a bust early in the season. Of course, we're going to react. I was really frustrated with RJ because we have to be honest, he was like awful. And at the beginning, but he's been just amazing. Like, he's been starting to become consistent. He's only 20 years old. Has that great work ethic. S-Mode says, yup, let's go. What's going on, man? I hope Buzzer Beater joins. I hope he does. Danish says, the thing you love about RJ is his mental toughness. Bad nights don't bother him. Yeah, there was plenty of times in this game, like, he was just, like, we just froze him out, like, a million times, and it really pissed me off. Just, like, time after time, like, we just froze him out, but just thank God we did not freeze, like, we didn't freeze him out in that fourth quarter. I love when RJ plays with Derrick Rose. That might just be me. But yeah, in the fourth quarter, I loved how RJ Barrett played. Got to be happy with it. He took advantage of the mismatch versus JJ Redick. Even that like little pull up mid range, he wasn't making that last season. He wasn't. But yeah, you love his mental confidence. He's mentally strong for sure. Braypan says Randle either second or third team and has to be a strong king. He is the clear cut most improved player. You could say Keldon Johnson, you could say Christian Wood. Who else can you throw in the mix? Like, you could throw those players in the mix, but no question about it, it is Julius Randle. Like, who else would you throw in the most improved player category? Most improved. It's not even close. It's Julius Randle. In my opinion, most improved player candidates, NBA. Let's see. I think it's not even close. RJ, strong mental toughness. I agree. Yo, what's going on, MH? Clean shaven. Yo, we came out the W, man. I'm so pumped. Rick has to go like putting the subs 5+ minute in the fourth to give them the lead. Oh, Rick Carlisle. Oh, you're a Mavericks fan, man. Well, welcome to the stream. If this is your first time here, I really, really appreciate you, man. I'm sorry if I don't recognize your name if you were here before. But yeah, I know how you feel about that. I've actually noticed that like last time we beat you guys like in Dallas, I remember when we were starting to go on a run and Rick really took a long time like to put Luka in, you know? That always pisses me off as well. Um, but yeah, luckily Tibbs just loves playing the starters. But yeah, I was scared of how like Obi was gonna be out there and everyone else, but we actually played well. But yeah, good game, Julian. You guys still have a good team. You have one of the best young players in basketball. Luke is gonna be okay. In order for us to contain him, we literally had to double team him and live with other players taking shots. But yeah, Julian says Rick has to go, like putting the subs 5+ minutes in the fourth to give them the lead. What the F? Do you think Rick Carlisle is an overrated coach? Of course, he went on to win an NBA championship. What's your stance on Rick Carlisle? Yeah, I hate Richard Jefferson. Can he only play against the Mavs, MH? Did you see that three? You see that three? Yes, it was, dude. Good call, Bray Pan. It was good revenge after the disaster on my birthday. Oh, we were up and we just blew it, but we closed this game out. Derrick Rose, he deserves some credit. Timely shots, but RJ finally had a good game against Dallas. Like the last 3 times we played him, like we just weren't good. But you know why? Because RJ wasn't forcing shit. But I really hate how we like ice him out though. But I thought RJ played well. Yo, what's going on, Michael? Let's go Knicks. Huge dub. It seems like Steve Kerr like is still like stuck on certain philosophies that just don't work right now. Yo, I appreciate that, Jason. He says, when we won, I went straight to your channel. I really appreciate that, dude. Yo, I'm so excited right now. You know how we beat the Mavs? I had to shave the beard. You gotta love it, MH. Nerlens Noel, unsung hero of this season. He plays his ass off. We better bring Noel back as a bench piece. We better freaking bring Noel back. If we don't bring Noel back, I'm gonna be fuming. Noel has to be in New York next season. Bring Noel back. I wouldn't be surprised if we bring Rose back as a bench piece. Bring back Burks, of course. Yo, I didn't even think about that, MH. Oh, that's gonna be tough. We play tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be tough. I don't know if we'll win that, but let's stick to the W we got yesterday. Let's stick to that, all right? Dude, if we find a dude, this is our first time winning 5 in a row. It might sound sad to some people, but only Knicks fans understand. It's our first time winning 5 in a row since 2014. Bring back Noel, Rose, Burks, and Bullock. Yeah, I'll bring back Bullock as a bench piece, not as a starter. Oh, we play on Sunday, MH. Oh, I don't think I think MH is a little crazy right now. He doesn't know that it's the next day. MH doesn't know it's the next day yet. MH's going a little crazy about the W right now. 4 years, 74 bill. I'm not giving him that much if you're serious, but giving him money. Randle, 44 points. Yo, Robinson's in the house. He says, yes, sir. Great dub today. Whoa, you shaved the beard. Yeah, I had to shave the beard. My boy Buzzer Beater actually popped up in my spam because I guess it was a comment. He said I look like Abe Lincoln, so I had to shave it. Prediction on next game versus Pelicans. It's going to be tough. They're going to look for revenge. I think that's nationally televised as well. It's going to be tough. Lonzo Ball is going to be back, so they're going to be playing a different brand of basketball because when it's Brandon Ingram and Zion, it's totally different. Yo, we got the W. What's going on, Shop? Thank you so much for being here. Joshua Craig is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Joshua Craig. He says, Julius God. I really wanted Randle. I'm being greedy, but I wanted Randle to make those free throws. Like the one. He could have had 45 or 46, but it is what it is. No, it's all good, Cowboy X Factor. You still have one of the best players in basketball. I still think Luka's going to attract some stars. Just good game, man. Show love to Cowboy X Factor. Good game. Yeah, let's go, Vibe Shop. Yeah, what an amazing win is right, Avery. We have 24 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Celebrating this Knicks win. It just feels good. Your team needs Miles Turner. Miles Turner actually would be a nice pickup for you guys at the 5 spot. I think you guys would. That would be a good pickup. My team has no bigs to defend. The Mavericks over the Pelicans. Like, you think the Mavs are better than the Pelicans? I think so. I think so too. But still, like, you never know. Like, I think we found the right philosophy to stop Zion when it matters most. But like on national television, it's gonna be different. Wait, was the last time we played the Pelicans on national television? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm in bizarro world, so am I. So good. Oh, that was freaking crazy. Get like someone made a joke. Noel blocked him so hard that like he took away like a name of his or something. It was something funny like that. But yeah, he blocked the shit out of Finney Smith. Devin Cruz has a really good question here. What improvements do you want RJ to do in the offseason? I want him to improve off the dribble. I agree. I agree with that. I think his handle needs to get better. He's starting to get better. Like that, his jump shot starting to look textbook off the catch and shoot. But if he can improve, Julius Randle becomes the first player since Carmelo Anthony. He's breaking stats right now. But yeah, I really want his handle to improve. That's something he really needs to work on. He's improved as a passer. I think sometimes not forcing it so much at the rim, but I think he's gotten better with that. But yeah, he's better off the catch. But if he could consistently score off the dribble, like in step back situations, I think he could be deadly. But he's only 20. He has time to improve on that. Being more aware as well when it comes to people cutting back door. But yeah, I think RJ is going to be really good. I think the mid-range is something he's actually focusing on. Keep your head up, Cowboy. You're all right. I see you later. You got to sleep for work in the morning. Damn, it sucks you have work. You got to celebrate this W with us, man. No, it's all good. Hope you have a great day at work. Thank you so much for being a great supporter of the channel. Buzzer beater's in the house. Buzzer beater, I shaved the beard. Man. I don't look like Abe Lincoln no more. Appreciate being here. He says 5 straight. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, 5 straight since 2014. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Porzingis is very limited in what he could do. Yeah, he definitely doesn't move the same, and is very injury prone. I guess you meant to say. So yeah, don't know about him for the Mavs. Yeah, at least as the number 2 option. 30 and 20. We're 30 and 20. That doesn't feel right, and it's beautiful to see. Yup. Yeah, Randle did go off. Yeah, the Heat lost tonight versus the Timberwolves, and the Hornets lost too. So that's huge. Let's keep the 6 seed in lock. Yo, let's go. Yo, we needed that because we can't trust Obi out there on the floor. We can't. We need someone to step up. Like me and my boy Avery, like we FaceTime for some of this game. I was like, we can't just have Randle. We need other players to step up. We need another player with 10 plus points because our second leading scorer was RJ with like 9 at halftime. And that's what happened. We had guys that stepped up when it mattered most, and we loved it. No doubt, always support my people. Joshua, peace out too, man. Yeah, have a great one. How do I have a beard at 17? I think I started growing a beard at 14. I don't know. I'm hairy. I'm pretty hairy. Let's see. Did I catch up on these? I think I caught up on these. Oh, wait. Joshua Craig. We clamped Luka. Yeah, Luka, he's a tremendous player. Like, the amount of times, like, the way we have to game plan him for him is so special that he's still so good. But yeah, the Pelicans actually lost versus the Wizards. So I might feel good about that. I don't know. I don't want to get too excited. We clamped Luka as much as possible. Yeah, kept him in check up, and switched onto perimeter defense when started hitting for the Mavs. I was so happy with Tibbs' fourth quarter. He did the same great fourth quarter adjustments with Zion. He's great with that. You know, like I don't know. Actually, I don't want to get into football, but I'll bring out this analogy real quick. It's like how Bill Belichick, he just shuts down rookie quarterbacks. He just makes the right adjustments, you know. RJ played very good defense tonight. It's quite surprising his improvement on the defensive end. He has that great work ethic. He's willing to learn. Big W. Yes, sir, Drew. Yes, sir, Drew. You got to be happy with it. Yo, Anthony's in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. He says, what's up, Clutch? Or hi, Clutch. How you doing, man? I need to get back on, like, shaving the beard, though, because it's, like, kind of annoying. Grows so fast, I just get lazy. Luka had 18 assists. Yeah, Luka, great passer of the basketball. It was an overall team effort. There was no individual player that freaking – most of the time we actually doubled him, and we had to rely just like on Porzingis missing shots or Finney Smith. They hit shots, but I'd rather have other players get hot. Like I was way happier with Tim Hardaway Jr. getting hot than a Luka Doncic because, like, for example, I would rather have Tim Hardaway Jr. get hot because he's gonna like cool off. You know that Luka could just continuously get hot. You know, I think we're the 6th seed still but the Hornets and the Heat lost, which was huge. You just have to grow it out. It takes 3 weeks for me to grow it. It's about to be Noah's beard length. RJ will average 20 plus. We need him to. Huge win. We beat a healthy Mavs team on the road for our 5th straight win. Yo, it's crazy. I did not expect this, especially with Burks out. RJ needs to expand his offensive arsenal to become a beast. Yeah, I agree. I think he's aware, though. That's the thing we love about him. He's aware and is willing to learn. Do not rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. Mavs. It will hurt you. Yeah, I agree. I think – wait, did you say small forward and shooting guard? Noel's hurting Mitch's contract. Yo, I think it really is because it's showing like Noel may not be as talented as Mitch, but it's showing like in today's NBA, yes, Mitch is more talented, but he's replaceable. Not like Mitch, not like Mitch went down and we started losing. Like he's not a Joel Embiid type of player that he impacts the entire basketball game. That he's our star player. He's just serviceable. All you need is really a serviceable center in today's NBA. It's not you have to have a Patrick Ewing and Akeem Olajuwon, a Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain like back in the day. You don't need to have that type of guy anymore. It helps, but it's definitely a more perimeter-oriented game. But yeah, we need RJ to average 20 plus next season. Yeah, Noel, what is he, 3rd in blocks? He's averaging like 2 blocks per game. I bet you're happy with that, Karam. Yo, Ryan DeGoat's in the house. He says, great win by the Knicks. Yo, man, I'm pumped. Pumped, dude. I love what Randle did, but RJ had enormous points. I love what Randle did too, but RJ was a big reason we won this game. Like, RJ, again, like 15 points when it came to the 4th quarter. Again, we love Randle. We love that he had over 40, but RJ stepped up once again when it mattered most, and we love it. We just need the Celtics to lose the next game. Who the Celtics play next? Celtics schedule. I need to see that. Good win for us, Randle Beast Mode. Yo, what's going on? I'm sorry. I'm trying to read every single comment. Coach Knicks, I've not seen that. Should I check it out? Delroy says monster game, Julius. Yes, sir. I don't think we need a small forward and shooting guard off the bench, I think you mean. Because no way you're saying RJ should go. We need another wing. Like Bullock's not our starter of the future. Warriors tomorrow night, or I'm guessing it's today. It's 12:38. I think Julius Randle's better than Porzingis. I think he is. Like, all bias to his side. I just like he's been more consistent. He stayed healthy. He's a more efficient basketball player. He's a better passer. He was an all-star this year. Bullock's streaky. He's gonna have good games. He's gonna have bad games. RJ needs a pump fake when he's. That's a really good point. Sometimes you could just legitimately drive. The one play just got absolutely rejected out of bounds. Oh, I know B-Ball Breakdown. I didn't know that was his name though. To be honest, I didn't. I know B-Ball Breakdown. Yo, Christopher's in the house. Stand up, members. Yo, shout out to all the members again. Shout out to people that are members. He says 5 in a row, baby. Yo, you're crying tears of joy. It's all right, man. It's all right. It's okay. We got the W. But yeah, how you doing, Chris? If you ever have any oh yeah, you're actually in the group chat. Yeah, let me know if you ever have video ideas. I'm actually working on, of course, I'm gonna be doing the playoff predictions one and like when the seating is all good. But I'm actually working on like it's kind of a film. I'm gonna put film in it, but not too much that I get like so much copyright, because I don't want my channel getting taken down. But I'm going to be talking about like what Obi can improve on. I think it's not even close. I think it's Julie's most improved player. Christian Wood, he got hurt. It's just not even Julius Randle went from like the most hated player in New York. I'm not going to lie. I hated him. I'm not going to lie to you. To leading the Knicks to the playoffs. We'll see if it actually happens. But he's improved his points. his efficiency, shooting from downtown, passing the basketball, defense. That one play when Julius played that defense on Luka, that was insane. I don't know if you guys know which play I'm talking about. He just made him feel uncomfortable. But yeah, Payne still sucks. I agree. He's not a reason we won. Jasper says, "Let's go, my guy." Yo, what's going on, Jasper? Came out the W. Yeah, no problem, Cowboy. You're my boy. Gotta say, good game. Anthony says, "Do you see the New York Knicks coming back down to earth and possibly missing the playoffs and drafting in the top 10 this year?" Well, there's 15 games to go. There's 15 games, and the end of the schedule is brutal. We play the Clippers, we play the Lakers, we play the Suns, we play the Celtics in that stretch. We play the Hornets, I believe, in the stretch at the end of the game. I'm going to say this. We're going to need some upsets. We're going to have to come up with some upset wins. But I think we're still going to be in the plan. I think we are. But yeah, I'm going to have a video on like Obi. Someone, a subscriber or a member actually suggested that. Great video idea. I believe Shantaro suggested it. I wish, Pickle. Most Eastern Conference Finals, let's pump the brakes now. F. Stephen A. Smith. I don't care that he's a Knicks fan. Tonight was... I still can't believe we won. What's going on, Scott? Appreciate being here. Came out the W. Do you think there's a chance we reach 40 wins? I think we're going to get 37. All right, let's look down the schedule right now. King Julius. Yes, sir. What's going on, Chris Vertical? One of my favorite trolls. All right, so what do we have? 30 wins now? Yeah, I agree. That's something he definitely needs to add to his game. I've noticed he was like doing that at one point in the season. He's kind of fallen off with that. I love how he took advantage of Redick though. Like that's when you shouldn't be like shooting that mid range over Redick. You should just be attacking Redick. But yeah, I agree. You should like learn to stop on a dime. Yo, bro, I haven't removed my Randle jersey since the Grizzlies game. Don't remove it then. I was scoring 44 points with a win with Julius Randle when you remind me to like. Let's go, man. Yo, his efficiency's been so beautiful. Let's go, Avery. All right, so we have 30 wins as of right now. And let's take a look at the schedule. Yes, hashtag Broadway Barrett. Let's put a hashtag Broadway Barrett in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag Broadway Barrett. He's kind of been the unsung hero as well, Monjay, up there with Nerlens Noel. He's a guy that's like played out of position the last couple years. Can't believe he was a free agent. He still brings value to the league. Good defensive player, good with the veterans, or good with the young players. I've been impressed with Taj Gibson. But yeah, did really well underneath the basket. But yeah, let's get a hashtag Broadway Barrett in the chat. 5-0 since then. I don't know. Lately, I've been getting like 20 plus people. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't want Dennis Schroeder personally. He's demanding so much money. He wants like over $80 million. I'm good. Got to take advantage during that homestand. Yes, sir. 5 in a row. First time for this. We haven't had 5 wins in a row since 2014, Delroy. Think about that. Yeah, Henson is gone. He is. John Henson's just here to rest. Yeah, he's gone. The 9 God. Hashtag the 9 God. Jasper saying, what's the deal with John? Yeah, he's gone. His contract's up. He was on a 10-day. Yeah, he did. He 15 in the fourth quarter. I believe it was 15. He was amazing. Oh yeah, but we have 30 wins, I believe, right now. So let's count how many wins I think we could potentially get. All right, so we have 30 right now. The 9 God. Jasper's sticking with the 9 God. No, we signed Pell to another 10-day contract, so we're still on the team. All right, so we play the Pelicans tomorrow. Will we beat the Pelicans tomorrow? Ash from SNY is claiming the 9 god. It's okay. I set a 5-game win streak. Now time for again. If we get 9, that's insane. Yeah, Mike James, he's overseas. He actually had a season with the Suns that he averaged 11 points per game. Not on the best of efficiency, but he's actually a good scorer. Not efficient though. If we can go on a 10-game winning streak, I would say the Knicks get the 6th seed. You're watching the Mavs post-game show. I love those layups from RJ when he wraps around big men and still makes a layup. Yeah. All right, so the Pelicans. Do you guys think we're going to beat the Pelicans? I feel like they're going to really look for revenge. And I don't think all 4 of these games are. Maybe I'm not. Maybe, I don't know if I'm not confident or, I still don't believe how good this Knicks team is yet. If we get a good point guard and center, we will be dangerous under Tibbs. I agree. And another wing to replace Bullock. I don't think Bullock's it for the future. But yeah, Big C, what's going on, man? I hope Fendi. I hope RJ's an all-star next year. That would be amazing. Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock. Damn, am I going to be able... I think I'm going to be hanging out with my girlfriend at 1. Damn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch that game. I think I'm going to be hanging out with my girlfriend at 1. I don't know what time I'm hanging out with her, though. Bullock is good enough. It honestly depends on how Alonzo does. He's going to get... Yeah, exactly. Yo, Heartstorm Media's in the... Yo, what's going on? Yeah, let me unplug this. Because for some reason, I believe it echoes every time. But yeah, Heartstorm Media. I don't know if there's like ever an echo when I put it on here. Let me know. If it does echo, guys, I will take it off of here. But yo, Heartstorm Media, of course. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I'll drop the link. I'll actually drop the link right now. Let me set this up. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that. He says, yo, you want to chat, bro? Yeah, you can come through for sure. Let me drop this link. Let me drop it. On social media, the knock on Barrett is that he's just an average finisher. Don't listen to them. But yeah, thank you, Heartstorm Media. That's generous. That's really generous of you, man. Yeah, we haven't talked in a while. We have 32 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys. I just appreciate everyone being here. Oh yeah, let me drop this though. I just try to read every comment. That's like a habit of mine. If we can get Lowry on a short 2-year deal, I think next year we can make some noise. Yo, Heartstorm gang, yo, what's going on? All right, perfect. The stream yard's already pulled up. I wouldn't mind Lowry on a really cheap, like, not signing him for like over 2 years though. Yeah, guys, you guys pumped like I am? Well, I bet you guys are. Yeah, I think I got caught up on all of them. All right, let me drop the link for my boy. No, she watched. Yo, Joshua Craig, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate it. He says, vote to get Noah's girlfriend in the chat. Yo, she watches the live streams. She like tunes in sometimes, but I don't know if she'll ever chat with them. All right, let me drop the link for my guy. Frank made a 3. We're undefeated when Frank plays against the Mavericks. Yo, if there's an echo, I might have to take it off the tripod for whatever reason because I have to like unplug my whatchamacallit microphone. But yeah, Joshua Craig, that's really generous of you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Gosh, that'd be hilarious. Make a video with her, like quizzing her. That'd be hilarious. Yo, he's in here. Yo, I can't believe who won. I'm gonna wait till he's good. I don't want to pull him on if he's not good, you know.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I had to my phone was dying. That's what it was. So I couldn't plug up to my tripod, but I'm still good. I had to plug my phone up. Listen, I am super, super duper psyched, man. I was like, let me check and see if Noah's on. Glad you're on, young man. I know you enjoyed this game.
Yes, sir.
Man, I I don't know what to say first, but first I will say this. I said it on my live stream. I really enjoyed Richard Jefferson. I had to listen to it through my league pass. I had to watch the game through the Dallas broadcast, so I wasn't watching Walt Clyde. Richard Jefferson called an interesting game. He ain't a Walt Clyde, but I liked him. And he got so soup over that Noel block late in the game. I could feel him jumping out of his chair when Noel blocked that shot. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, yo, I guess guys are gonna keep trying Noel, but they need to stop.
Yeah, yo, Noel's definitely been the unsung hero of this season. He's not gonna put up crazy points, but his defense has been amazing. I think people forget. I think it was in that Anthony Bennett draft. He was mocked top 3, but his defense has been tremendous, especially in today's NBA. I was saying, you don't need an Akeem, you don't need a Ewing anymore. You just need a serviceable guy. Like I said,
Yeah.
Mitch is talented, but I think Noel's the smarter player, at least on defense, on offense. Sometimes he has the moments he can't catch.
Yeah. Yeah, he has stone hands. I mean, and with Mitch is comparable to Mitch may be the best. Mitch is not the best offensive rebounder in the game, but Mitch gets offensive rebounds that no one else can get.
Yeah,
he has this weird knack for being out of position, but reaching back. He gets a lot of those. He's facing the opposite direction, and he jumps up and goes and gets an offensive rebound like this. He has a weird knack for doing that, but people are taking for granted. Everybody thinks a center has to be a stretch 5. You don't need a guy to shoot threes from the center position. If you're getting 3-point, if you're getting some good 3-pointers from your power forward.
Yeah.
Hence a guy playing next to Kristaps Porzingis, who plays the power forward at 7 foot,
Yes.
They don't need a stretch 5. They got a stretch 4. Julius Randle has now become basically a stretch 4.
What a game.
Julius Randle is now a 3-and-D guy, right? Because his defense has improved mightily. Think about it. He's a 3-and-D guy with handle and court vision, who's also a great rebounder.
It's insane, dude.
That's crazy.
Bro, I was really scared. I was like, are we gonna close out this game? Because when I saw Burks was out, I was like, oh my freaking god.
I saw your video.
Oh my, the thumbnail was crazy. I was like,
yeah,
I want to look a little less crazy, so let me edit the thumbnail or whatever. But I was like, who's gonna close out this game? And I was on FaceTime with my friend. I was like, okay, it looks like we won, but I don't want to say we won yet. But I was really impressed because you're never really gonna completely shut down Luka.
Exactly.
In check. We could live with Tim Hardaway Jr. going off in the first half because we know what he is. He's gonna go off in the quarter,
and that's gonna be it.
Completely gonna fall off.
That's there for the most part. That's gonna be it. Yep. He was cooking us though.
Yep. Tim Hardaway Jr. really was cooking us. Josh Richardson was cooking us. For whatever Porzingis, he did better in the third, but for whatever reason, he just sucks. When he plays us, he just does not play good. And another thing, if you have a stretch 5, there's most likely they're gonna lose you the game by shooting stupid shots. He takes a lot of stupid deep threes. Like we say with Evan Ingram, we don't want a tight end losing us games. I don't want losing us basketball games. If I want someone losing the game, I want it to be a wing. But Porzingis just he does not move the same anymore. He is really regressed on the defense side of the basketball. When I saw Payne score over him at the beginning, I'm like, okay, you just let Elfrid Payne score on you. That's all. But
Kristaps, I think when I really deep dive into his numbers, because I was a Kristaps fan, like all Knicks fans, we love Kristaps for about 2 years. And when you look at the inefficiency that he scores with, his shot looks beautiful when it goes in. When he shoots some deep threes, it's like, man, you just see all the potential in the world. He has a very pretty stroke, but those are bad shots a lot of times. He only shoots the three at about 32 to 33%.
Yeah.
Not good enough for him to be living outside the three-point land. And now he's not even doing any of his face-up game anymore. He's not doing any back to the basket stuff that he was doing. When he got hurt, right before he got hurt for us, he was bringing the full arsenal.
Yeah.
He was facing up. He was getting stronger with his back to the basket game. And he was hitting those occasional threes. He was hitting about 1.5, 2 threes a game. If he got hot, he could hit 3 or 4 threes a game. And he was shooting about 73% from the free throw line. One thing, I don't know if Kristaps is a gym rat. If I was analyzing him on a daily basis, I would say Kristaps could definitely be better because his stroke is way too good for him not to be a consistent 80 to 85% free throw shooter. He should be definitely a 35 to 37% three-point shooter because his stroke is too good. And like Kevin Durant, you can't block it. You know, he's 7'4" with range. He should be shooting higher percentage than Luka.
It's like we know Randle's a gym rat. What do you go from like 70% last year to like 80%? We just know Randle's a gym rat.
Yes,
he's just a freaking dog. If you had to like nitpick something from this game, what would it be? Like Randle was amazing because if you didn't know, like Dallas is his hometown. He played in New Orleans. He played in LA. So last 3 games, like really, really, really personal.
Yeah.
The only thing that really pissed me off, like in moments of the game, I'm like, okay, like of course Kobe was his teammate, but he thought he was Kobe for like a lot of the game. Like,
oh yeah. He like, took a couple of shots late.
He's with 3 people on him, or like RJ's wide open. I'm like, I love you, Randle. You've been amazing, but let's put them away. Like, I just want to win this game.
When he had 39, right? Now, mind you, the next time down the court, he hit the shot. When he had 39, he did this crazy 101. It was kind of like a heat check, but his heat checks don't look like other people's heat checks.
Mm-hmm.
If Luka hits 3 straight threes, he's going to shoot one from the parking lot, right? That's a heat check. Randle's heat check is a one-on-one dribble drive into coverage, and into the defense with a pull-up, step back, 1-foot fadeaway. That's his heat check. So when he's on and he makes that shot, it's like, yo, Randle is killing it right now. But when he tries that same move the next time down the court, it's like, what are you doing? We don't need hero ball. But that's his heat check.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, listen, man, I'm feeling it. And especially if he has that weak, if Randle, I'll tell you one thing Randle does. He laughs at the face of rookies. If you put a rookie or second-year guy on Randle, he feels insulted by that. You see how he goes at guys to our detriment sometimes, because he'll go at a guy like 4 straight times. When you put a rookie or second-year guy on him, he's going at him. And that's when you see a lot of those wild, crazy shots.
Yeah, he's a dog. I just dropped Hearthstone Media. Make sure you check him out. I put the link in the chat, actually.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, check him out. Makes a bunch of cool content. Giants, like lifestyle videos, just really cool content. But yeah, Joshua Craig, that's really generous, man. You did not have to donate at all. Great member of the channel and just supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Someone says we should have tried for Andre Drummond. I don't know if we should have. You think we should have went out there and got Andre Drummond or no?
Nah. First, I'm gonna answer Joshua's question.
Oh yeah,
and then you can answer his question. He said, "What do you guys think of the play-in tournament?" I just had a long conversation about that. First, Andre Drummond. My only problem with Andre Drummond was this. I think Andre Drummond would have come and wanted to be the starter.
True.
And that messes up the chemistry of the team.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna help the Lakers win games, especially while LeBron and AD is out. And I think he'll help them when they come back because he'll know his role. He'll be in check.
Yes,
he would have came here and been wanting to play 30 minutes a game. That's my only problem with bringing in Andre Drummond, even like for nothing. If we could bring Andre Drummond and it's like, hey, listen, you're gonna come and play Taj minutes, I'm fine with that. But Taj is playing so good, it wouldn't even make sense to make that deal happen. and eventually Mitch will come back. So that would have been my take on Andre Drummond. Now, you give me your thoughts on the play-in tournament, and I'm gonna tell you a quick conversation I had about the play-in tournament.
All right, I hate the play-in tournament, but let me talk about Drummond real quick. All right, so of course we had this whole thing with Randle's not a winning player, putting up numbers on a bad team, but he fixed that by putting in the work. We don't know this with Drummond. He was on the Cavs, he was on the Pistons, two just horrible like organizations, of course. Besides LeBron championship, we don't know if Drummond is a winning player. Like I've seen him play when he was like with the Lakers. Like I didn't realize how much he needs the ball in his hands. Like literally when he didn't have the ball in his hands against us, he had like 3 points. The other night,
nothing.
Points. Like he's gonna get rebounds, but you make him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he does a little too much. And I know
you can't play him in the fourth. You can't play him in the fourth when you're winning. If you're winning by 6, you can't play him in the fourth.
Yeah. But yeah,
if you're losing by 8, you can't play him in the fourth because he can't hit a shot.
Yeah, he has to like prove to me that he is a winning player. There's nothing that really shows it to me. Like I've never seen like an outstanding game like Drummond did this to help them win a basketball game. I've always seen them. But the play-in tournament, yeah. But I think the play-in tournament's just stupid. I think it's just like 1 through 8. Those teams deserve to be in the playoffs. Like it's a losing type of mentality. You're giving someone who had the freaking like 10th seed a shot at the playoffs. Like it's always been that way. Like I don't know why they added it, but of course the way it works now is like the 9th and 10th seed play. Whoever like loses that series is completely out of it, and then they play the loser of the 7th and 8th seed.
Yeah.
So whoever wins in the 7th and 8th seed just ends up locking up the 7th seed, and then of course those teams eventually end up.
But yeah, it's so. But let me
playing. That's the worst position we could be in, especially if we end up playing Celtics. I do not want that at all.
Exactly. So this was the conversation I had about the play-in series. So now, one of the reasons I think they did it was because the season was shortened. It takes away the opportunity for a team that could make a playoff push in the last 10, 11 games, takes away their opportunity. So maybe that's the logic and why they came up with the play-in series. Okay. Now, this is a very unique season to have the play-in series because the teams are so close. If it would have been like team number 8 was like 1 or 2 games over 500, because in the Eastern Conference, remember a couple of years ago, we had teams under 500 going to the playoffs. And then you got teams in the Western Conference 4 games over 500 that can't get in. This year, the teams are separated by a half game. The margin is so small between 10 and 5. You can honestly say all of them teams could be very deserving of a playoff berth because they're this close. That would be why I could say I get it. I understand it. Now, this is the funny conversation I had about the play-in series the other day. Luka Doncic came out and was like, this play-in series is so stupid, right? He only said that once they made it to 7th place. They were just recently swapped with the Warriors. Remember, the Warriors were in 7th and they were in 9th. He wasn't talking no bad crap about the play-in series when they were in 9th place. Yep. And of course, the team that's in 9th place was saying all good things about the play-in series. They're not saying it. So it's kind of like if Luka was in the 9th place right now, he would not be saying the play-in series was stupid. Yeah. And Mark Cuban wouldn't be backing him on that. Is that the fact that you're in 7th and you're winning, but now you're like, this play-in series is stupid. When they were in 9th, nobody was saying nothing about the play-in series. They knew it was coming. They didn't say nothing about it until Steph got hurt and Golden State lost all of them games, and then they won a few games and catapulted them. But stuff could change really quick because Steph is back and Golden State has now won 4 straight, maybe 5 straight. And he just had his 4th or 5th 30-point straight game. And Dallas could be right back in that 9th spot.
Yo, Randle even broke a lot. I think that was his 3rd straight game with 30.
3rd straight 30.
And,
3rd straight 30.
He broke some Carmelo Anthony record.
Most 30. I think he has the most. I still can't believe they showed a stat. It was like he had the most 30, but it might have been 30-5 or 30-6. I don't know, because I can't imagine Carmelo playing for us for 3 seasons or 3.5 seasons, whatever, and not having more than 6 30-point games in a season. That sounded It said Julius had the most 30-point games in a season since Steph Marbury in 204, 205. And I was like, wow, Carmelo didn't have a season where he had 7 30-point games. Not even a season where he was like fourth in the MVP ranking. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we read the stat wrong because that just like out of 82 games, no,
I think it come on the screen. I was shocked. I didn't get it.
No way he drops like over 60 in a game. It's just like no, I don't like believe that at all. I think it should be like I hate the plan in general, but for you to be the 7th seed and you're not even a lock, like you're just not even automatically like in the playoffs. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Maybe if it was like 9, because like 8 is just like you might just be kicked out in the first round, so like doesn't matter. Like people like were overreacting when the Magic beat the Bucks like game 1.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bucks suck. They're gonna lose, and then every year, and then they just end up killing them. But yeah, before we get into this question, I actually wanted to ask you, what's one team like you don't want to play in the playoffs like at all? Like they own us. We do not match up well against them like whatsoever.
Ah, man. I would have said a healthy. Now I'm thinking about teams that we could play. Not teams that we could play first round. I would say a healthy Heat scares me. Like Jimmy Buckets just scares me, man. But it's hard. It's talking between them and the Celtics. 2 teams that we can beat that we can't seem to beat. That scares me. Now, of course, the Nets beat us all season, but we almost won all of those games. I fear like the Heat more than I fear the Nets.
I'm really scared of Miami because Jimmy Butler just has this such intimidating factor to him. Like I think RJ scares the shit out of RJ. When I just watch him play, I know RJ's this guy that's not afraid, but Jimmy like to a whole other like if I'm thinking of like true tough players that actually just don't like give a shit at all. I think Jimmy Butler's definitely one of those players of not a big tough guy because he's just like sucks playing against them. And I always hate when we play them also because there was these conversations last year when RJ was a rookie. Obviously, people were like, Tyler Hero, he's better than RJ. Or Bam Adebayo always kills us. But it seems like we're just cursed by Pat Riley. Pat Riley always brings this he doesn't believe in tanking. He's just done such a job, just the culture he's built. He's like, all right, so we don't need to get a top draft pick. We're gonna really get Jimmy Butler by building this winning culture. But Joshua Craig, thank you again, man. I really, really appreciate it. He says, do you think the playoff series makes the regular season more important? Do you understand what he means by that?
Do you think the playoffs, maybe he means the play-in series makes the regular series more important? You know what? That's a good point.
Okay, so like how?
That's a good point because a lot of teams, if you think about it, right? So many teams take games off because they feel like, I'm rested, my spot is kind of there, right? So you feel like, hey, if I'm teetering around 6, right? What's the difference between 6 and 7? And just think, it used to be some teams that would favor certain matchups. So maybe back in the day when San Antonio was slowing down, but they might be like the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
A team that would be 7th would be like, I'd rather play the Spurs than play against a streaking, this other team. So what I notice is teams are not resting a lot of their players and giving up games. Because you can't afford to lose a game or two. Like say you decide, oh, I want to just rest Kawhi Leonard, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up losing that game. And then Kawhi comes back. And then you actually do lose the next game.
Yeah.
With full strength. Now you just lost 2 straight. And the team that's in 6 just won 2 straight because it's so close.
Dude.
So he's got a point. Every game, just think about how we look at it now. A year ago, right? Mm-hmm. Where we would just like, think about had it not been for the play-in series this year, we would be so happy to just be in the playoff conversation.
Yeah.
Right? We would be like, man, 8th seed, we're in the playoffs finally. 7th seed, we're in the playoffs finally. Now we like, no, we got to keep winning. We
Yeah.
got to get out of this play-in thing. And that he's got a point there.
Yeah,
If I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, if you look at the end of our schedule, I think like this is kind of it for like every sport, even when it comes to like players can completely be out of it when it comes to playoff series if they go on to be rested. That's happened like in the NFL. But yeah, you look at the end of our schedule, it is brutal. We play like the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Suns. Like you expect their players to play, but you know in today's NBA, LeBron loves resting, Kawhi loves resting. So like, are we gonna win games? And it might be an advantage because Randle's been playing like at the NBA speed for like such a long time in consecutive games. I don't what Tibbs obviously doesn't like resting players. I don't know if that's because they might get rusty or he just wants to win every single game. He's like can't afford to rest them at all.
Yeah, we ain't got no game. We don't have any restable players. Like flat out. Like that was one thing I did get with Tibbs. I didn't like the fact that he was playing RJ 38 minutes. Not Tibbs, Fizz. I didn't like the fact that Fizz was playing RJ 38 minutes a game, especially in games where he wasn't even performing that well. And he's like, but he did make a good point. He's like, man, this kid's 19 years old. And I was like, man, I remember being 19 years old. You could put me in the gym at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I could play all in day when I was 19. So I'm like, I get it. Randle ain't 19 though. So hopefully we could start building something. Hopefully Reggie Bullock could start hitting some threes.
He's streaky.
He's so streaky. Getting us some leads, and then we can hold the lead where we can start playing guys like Knox and Toppin and Randle doesn't have to play. Like this game, we ended up going up by like 11, right? 10 or 11 with like 6 minutes left. And the bench came in and played some in the fourth. 2 or 3 minutes. Frank Ntilikina was in the game for a minute. Toppin was in the game. Derrick Rose held it down. He scored a couple of baskets. But it also was like, yeah, we got to get the guys back in the game. And they had to play hard to close that game out. We're fighting for every moment. And I think that's one thing that will give us, not say an advantage against the Nets, that will make us competitive against the Nets. The Nets, for all their offensive talent, I just jump complete subjects. I noticed this watching the Nets, for all their offensive talent, right? They are not like the Warriors were. When the Warriors had KD, Clay, and Steph, it was games that Steph didn't even play in the fourth quarter. You know how Clay would have one of them games where he scored 60 points or 50. And then Steph wouldn't even play. He played 28 minutes. KD, they would be up by so much because they were also a good defensive team. They would be up by so much in third quarter. Half the time, they wasn't even playing the fourth quarter. The Nets are playing these games all the way out.
Yeah.
Because they can't defend. So Kyrie and that's how KD got hurt, I think. They were playing 37. KD did not expect to have to play 35 minutes a game coming back from that ACL injury. And that's what he was doing. And hence he got hurt again and then was out for a whole month and a half or 2 months. They weren't expecting that.
Man, it's crazy. Oh, buzzer beater. He corrected us. Oh, this makes sense now. We can't picture Carmelo having five assists in a game. All right, no.
Okay.
Points with 35 rebounds. All right,
35 and 5. And I said it was I thought it was a 30 and 5 thing, but that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, 35. Yeah,
we can't see Melo having like 5 assists, like 6 games.
Nah, that ain't that.
Over Melo. All right, Joshua, thank you so much again, man. I really appreciate it. He says, yeah, me and finishing 6th. You didn't have to super chat that, man, but I appreciate it. He said, yeah, me and finishing 6th is way more important now with the play-in tournament. Yeah, the play-in tournament scares me. It really does.
Yeah.
Because we're not a team like, I don't know if it's because we've been bad for such a long time, but I'm still not at that spot that I'm like, oh, we're going to win this game.
Yeah. We're still super surprised and amped when we win games. So that's 6. Listen, like I said, but that's kind of the point I was making, though. It gets that thought process in. Like, we're watching these games. I'm watching the standings more now than ever before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ever before. I've never watched the standings as much as I'm watching now. And it's like every single game counts. Mm-hmm. They're separated by half.
Crazy.
Like after 4, and I really think it's after 3. I think it's after the Nets, the Bucks and the Sixers. I forget who's in 4th right now. It was the Hornets. It might even be the Hawks right now.
Oh, the
The
Hornets.
Hawks might be in 4.
They're 500 now. They lost. The Heat lost tonight, which was huge for us.
Yeah. But after the Hawks fired their coach, the Hawks may be the hottest team in the league since firing their coach.
They're the 4th seed, the Hawks. They're 30 and
They're
20.
the 4th seed. They were in 10th place when they fired their coach. They had just lost like 6 straight games. Then they lost to us and they fired their coach. No, that was the Timberwolves that fired their coach after losing to us. The Hawks lost to somebody and then fired their coach. But they had just lost about 6 or 7 straight games. Then they like won the next 2. Then they like lost 1, and then they won like 5 straight. And then they leveled out a little bit. But the Hawks are like super hot. And now the Hawks are in 4th. So I really believe we could catch 4. Like if the Hawks are in 4, we could catch 4. Because Charlotte just started losing some games. Even though I think they won at night.
Charlotte
started winning some games.
Pelican just lost to the Wizards tonight, and we play them tomorrow. So
yeah, the Pelicans. I don't even know what to think about the Pelicans because they got an all-star and a fringe all-star.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about their team and compare the paint by numbers, right, and just say, okay, right now, I won't say Zion is better than Julius Randle. Not right now, not this season. But you could easily make the argument that right now Zion is playing as well or better than Julius Randle. You can make the argument for either one, right? So let's just say they cancel each other out. Yeah. Brandon Ingram is a better player than RJ Barrett right now.
Yeah.
And he puts up better numbers. And then if you look at their role players, I think a lot of our role players are comparative to theirs, right? Yet they can't seem to win games consistently. It's very weird. Now they are playing in a Western Conference. Of course, we know that's a little bit harder, but it is interesting. But I think when I look at the makeup of their team and I actually watch them play, they have great stats, but I don't think their players play winning ball. Zion is not reliable from the free throw line. You can't really rely on him to hit a jump shot late in the game. You can't rely on him with the ball in his hands unless you have the lead, like late in the game. Like if you're trying to come back or like catch up, or if you're down by 1 or 2, can't really rely on him. Brandon Ingram seems to shrink because he shrunk against us, late in games. They have good assist numbers, but they don't distribute the ball, well. Lonzo, to me, even though I think Lonzo would be an upgrade to any of our point guards that we have presently,
yeah,
I don't think Lonzo is ever going to be a guy by himself that's going to win you games. Yeah. I don't think he does enough of anything to be like Lonzo is really impacting winning.
Yeah, that's why people want Lonzo. Like, there's just several plays that Peyton just like, we get what he does defensively, but he has some boneheaded plays like no pump fake. He just dribbles right into like Porzingis, like a 7-footer. Like, it's just like common sense. Like, and Lonzo seems like he makes everyone around him better and he gets everyone involved. He plays fast. We know RJ likes to play in transition, but like as of right now with our roster, we can't really play that brand of basketball. We don't have that personnel because if we start playing fast, that's not really our strength because then we're allowing other teams to play fast and
we gotta slow it down a little bit. Yep.
And something I actually think the Pelicans are really missing, they just have young talent. Do they have any veteran leadership on that team? There's no veteran leadership. Like we have Taj. And Steven Adams, like he's starting to get older, but he's not like vocal or anything like that. I think that's something that's really important. Like who's Zion learning from? Like who's Brandon from? Like Isaiah Thomas, is he still on the 10-day contract or he's not even there anymore? So like they're really not learning from anyone. So
yeah, they're not really learning how to win.
Yeah.
What did you say?
About Stephen A, he even said that the Nets rest too much and that we should be thankful LeBron plays every game due to sitting out games when the Lakers did not make the playoffs. Wait, LeBron plays every game. Doesn't LeBron rest a lot? I don't know how he's like.
No, in the past 2 years, LeBron played almost every game last season. Like, it was funny. He waited till he got 38 years old, and I think he heard a lot of the whispers. Maybe it's just his ego, whatever, about players being resting and stuff like that. LeBron played every game last season, and he was playing every game this season until he got hurt. And the Nets, I don't know if the Nets have been resting guys because they haven't had the opportunity to rest guys because they've had injuries.
Yeah, they're not even they're just hurt. Like Kevin,
they're just hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they haven't had the opportunity to rest guys. They would. They just haven't had the opportunity because they've had people hurt. So it's like KD's hurt. So they can't rest Kyrie because KD's hurt. Then KD comes back. Kyrie had a tweak. They can't rest KD now because Kyrie's hurt. Then they had Harden and Kyrie rocking together. Then Harden gets hurt. They just playing a merry-go-round of injured dudes. They got, but you know what? They got some old injured dudes. Well, not old, but they got some. They got. Well, Harden is not an injury-prone guy, so he'll be back from that little back injury or something like that. He hasn't been injured, but I don't know. Maybe they got the injury bug over there. It's contagious.
For a guy who isn't really consistently in shape, it's weird how Harden's really like stayed healthy in his career. Like some people are saying he should be MVP, but he hasn't played enough games. And there's that narrative, of course, also that like we Harden we know is a terrific player, but has he stepped up when it mattered most in the playoffs? Like he asked the Rockets, "Can I have Chris Paul?" He didn't execute. Like I know Chris Paul went down, but at some point you're gonna have to step up. He asked for Westbrook, didn't succeed, just completely got out of shape. He gave up on the team.
Getting and what do you call it? What do you call it? The X out games, whatever the final game is, elimination game.
Yeah.
He stinks.
He
went 1 for 11 one game.
Yep.
He went 1 for 10 another game with 8 turnovers. He stinks in elimination games. And I was gonna do a video about this, but I don't like cover Rockets. I don't even care. I hate the fact that he got exactly what he wanted when he basically crapped on that franchise. Now, listen, franchise fire guys and cut guys all the time. You know, I'm not gonna like sing the song praises of the franchise in the league, but the Rockets, just think about it, the history of him and the Rockets really quick. The Rockets paid him more money than anybody wanted to pay him when he's leaving the Thunder. The Thunder didn't want to match his restricted free agent contract. The Rockets paid him more money than anybody had paid him up until that point in his career. Then the Rockets, maxed him out when it was time for him to get paid. Again, they paid him. Then they went and got him all the players that they could get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't deliver with the players they got him. And then they went and got him a coach that could help him flourish as an offensive player, made him the focal point of their offense, made him this triple-double machine, made him this league MVP. Of course, with his work ethic and things of that nature, but they had to put the pieces around him, put the offensive scheme around him, and put the type of coach that would let him play his brand of basketball. Then they went and got him some more players that fit his game. They made every single move they could, and then he failed. And then he turns around and says, "This team ain't good enough. I want out of it." That's some shady dealing right there, man.
That's why I love RJ. Of course, he's young. He could change, but RJ just like he wants to be here. It seems like, or at least as of right now, we'll see what happens. But Porzingis also wanted to be here, but I feel like RJ he seems like more genuine. Like my friend actually like met RJ, and he said he seemed like really genuine. But you never know. Like some people could just be being nice to be nice, you know. But yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
you can recognize a a-hole though.
Yeah, you
You
can.
can recognize an a-hole, man. For real.
Yeah, he met Porzingis also, and he said like it seemed like Porzingis didn't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
I kind of get that vibe from him. I kind of do. Porzingis is
He's
like
a little aloof. Yeah.
he's kind of like full of himself. But yeah, he didn't show up to training camp either. Harden just like he wasn't in shape. It's just like it's just such a losing mentality. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say. There was that article. Did you read that Julius Randle article yet? The Players Tribune.
Yeah. From Players Tribune. Yeah.
Just like when he was just saying like how he was so aware of like how much better he had to get, or like the expectations set on his shoulders, and he just felt like he let everyone down. And it's just so good to have a player that's just so aware and he wants to be great, and he just take on the challenge and not want to go to the Lakers or anything like that. Of course, it's good to have a player like that.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's still watching the live stream. I see you got about 25 people still watching right now, and you got like 38 thumbs up, so that's amazing. You got some great subscribers, man. They riding with you. I'm pretty sure they're all Knicks fans and basketball fans because that's what you really do on your channel.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me when I do live streams because I be doing live streams about all these different types of stuff. So it's like I could be doing a live stream about the Knicks, and then like one of my people who like to watch my movie reviews might jump on and they're like, "This guy's talking about sports. I don't know what he's talking about." So it's kind of like weird. At least when you do your live, everybody's here for the Knicks, man.
We need a vocal leader that gets on like everyone during timeouts, like CP3, Draymond, or Marcus Smart.
Man, we got tips for that.
Yeah, we got Tibbs. We got Taj. Derek
Man.
the quiet leader, but gosh, when I'm thinking about it right now,
You gotta say exactly what I was about to say.
CP3 would fit this culture like.
Listen,
could you imagine CP3 RJ? He would
listen.
head on right. Like he would say, "Give me the ball. I'm gonna make the right play. Get out the freaking way." And oh my,
I just said this right.
oh my.
I was one of those guys, right? I said this in a chat. I said it in a live stream. I said it everywhere. It just hit me like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
I was one of the diehard. Please, 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 please do not sign Chris Paul. Do not get Chris Paul for that $44 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine if Chris Paul was on his team in place of Elfrid Payton? We would probably be the 3rd seed in the league right now if Chris Paul was on his team. What he's doing with the Suns?
Bro.
And what he did last year with the Thunder. But I just was like, does he have another year? And then when you look at the numbers, right? I look at Chris Paul's numbers. I follow. Some games he has like 8 points and, 9 assists. But still, he's getting 2 and 3 steals a game. And he's just that commander. And he's playing, 36 minutes a game. So when he has 7 or 8 points and 9 assists, he's still playing the whole game, and they're winning these games, though. It is a huge difference. We'll have a game where Elfrid Payton will have like his best game. He'll have like his 16 points. Like Elfrid Payton's best game is like 16 points, where he's like 6 of like 11 or 6 of 12, where maybe he hits 1 or 2 free throws, and maybe hits a lucky 3-pointer. That's one of Elfrid Payton's best games with 5 or 6 assists. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, though. Couple of turnovers. But we'll lose that game. We'll lose Elfrid Payton's best game. Chris Paul could have 7 points, and the Suns will win by like 12. And I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
But he's doing something.
Yo, I really think he's not going to win it. But if you're really, he might, in my opinion, he's a top 3 candidate for most valuable player. Like he
could be.
He doesn't have the numbers. No one's going to look at the numbers, but just like, I love Devin Booker, but Chris Paul is he's just the commander of like literally all those troops out there. He makes sure that everyone's where they're supposed to be out there on the floor. Like just his ability to communicate. He just wants to win. And it really sucks. Like if he doesn't win a championship, it'll kind of break my heart in a way because like,
it'd be hard. Good, solid career. Great statesman of the game. Great guy. Seems to be a good teammate. He's hard on his teammate, but seems to be a really good teammate. Well, like whatever. Never hear bad words about him. Players union leader. All of the good things. Chris Paul's got the it factor, but man, yeah, he's impressive when you see what he could do. As far as my MVP, right? My top 3 MVP right now is Giannis, Damian Lillard, and then Steph Curry. And I would say Dame, I would have to really do a coin toss on who I give my first place vote to between Dame and Giannis. And I've had them on my list all season, even when guys like KD was still healthy, when LeBron was still healthy, when AD was still healthy, when Embiid was still healthy all the way out.
Yeah.
Because I looked at these factors and how I always viewed the MVP. Yes, you look at the numbers. Yes, you look at, how valuable they are to the league, whatever. But I look at how valuable they are to the team. It's been proven that if Joel Embiid is off the Sixers, they can still win games.
Yeah.
I knew that, but it's been proven. LeBron's off the Lakers. If they still got AD, they can still win games. If AD is off the Lakers, they can still win games. If KD misses the rest of the season for the Nets, they'll still win games. If Kyrie misses the season, they'll still win games. All these guys. You take Giannis off the Bucks, they're a lottery team.
They're trash.
You take Damian Lillard off of Portland, and they're like in 4th place in the West. You take Dame off of Portland, they're in a tank. You seen as soon as Steph Curry went down, the Warriors, again, would be as bad as the Pistons if you took Steph Curry off the team. even if you took him off the team and replaced him with somebody else serviceable, they'd be a lottery team. I can't say that for the other guys that are in the MVP conversation if you take them off their team. You know, Embiid probably dropped because he was hurt for a while and KD was hurt and stuff like that. But those are my guys. And because Dame has not been hurt all season, I probably would say Dame and Giannis because Dame has basically played the whole season. Steph, missed a few games.
Dude, I'm not mad at those at all. And I kind of feel bad for Giannis in a way. Yo, shout out to Michael, the Hawks fan. Make sure you sub him up. Big time Hawks fan. Hawks are looking better now that you guys got rid of Lloyd Pierce. But it's so sad when it comes to Giannis. Also, I have Jokic up there as well. What he's doing, it sucks because Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's crazy.
A center who's so unique. Like, he looks like he's out of shape. He looks so goofy, but he's averaging 26, 8 assists, 11 rebounds on. He's literally nearly a part of the 50-40-90 club. He's shooting nearly percent from the field, over 40% from three, and 88% from the free throw line. That's insane. But the thing with Giannis, it's like what happened to LeBron. People get bored of it. It's just I'm not going to give him the award, even though he deserves it, or at least I think he deserves to be one of the top candidates. But yeah, people are just so used to it. Oh, he's averaging 28 points per game, 56% from the field, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, a block. But it's he chokes in the playoffs. That's
he still hasn't developed his jump shot. He still hasn't developed the 3-point shot. He hits it occasionally, but yeah, they're gonna find a reason to criticize him, and the numbers become ho-hum. And we're starting to have that luxury with our all-star. When Julius drops 25, right, 6 and 7, or 25, 10 and 5, we're like, oh, okay.
We're used to it.
Yeah, Julius had another Julius night. We're getting excited if Burks comes off the bench and hits 20. We're more excited over that than Julius having 27, 16, and 5, which is a great thing to have happen. If RJ scores 21 points and hits 3 threes, if he goes 3 of 6 from 3 with 21 points, that gets us more amped than Julius Randle having 28 points and 10 boards. In the same game, Julius Randle could have 28 points and 10 boards in the same game that RJ has 21 with 3 threes, and we'll be like, yo, them threes that RJ hit from the corner, man.
Well, let's just talk about this. Obviously, I'm not going to lie, I got pissed at some points of the game when RJ would just get completely iced out. I'm give him the damn ball. But from that, we love how mentally tough he is. He's still going to get mine. He had 15 in the fourth quarter. That, even though it was a simple shot, that mid-range shot he hit at the end of the game, he was not hitting that. He did not have a touch to hit that at all. But I'm so proud of RJ, and me and my friend always bring up, oh, he's supposed to be a scorer, but he hasn't scored over 32 he had.
Yeah, he had the 130-point game.
But just look at the amount of 20-point games he's had this season. It's just insane, and look at what else he's bringing to the game. But yeah, I'm really proud of RJ. Someone said Steve Nash must be proud of the way RJ's playing. It sucks. His golf now is the coach of the Nets. And someone said, did you see the video on Fizdale changing RJ's jump shot? Did you see that?
I didn't watch it yet, but I saw somebody put it up. I didn't know if it was clickbait though, but I saw it.
It's not. All right. So he was working. So from high school, college, he's had this trainer. And he went to his trainer, was because he missed a really big, crucial free throw in high school. He was I don't know what's going off my jump shot. It's just not falling at all. And I believe he really worked with him more when it came to college basketball. So leading up to the draft, he was really mastering the same jump shot for months. Yeah. So he ended up going to training camp. David Fizdale said to him, no, we're changing your jump shot. We don't know what your jump shot is right now. He wanted to lock his elbow in more, but his training coach wanted him to stick his elbow out more because it looks more fluid and you could put more arc on it and it makes the distance longer or whatever. And again, we don't know if it's true. It's an article that came out saying how his shooting coach or trainer said how he felt really frustrated and how RJ's actually, it's not a fluke that he's shooting good this season. He was this good of a shooter the whole time. But imagine working on something for months and months and months, and someone just says, you're changing it right now. Was that bad of a shooter last year, shooting 61% from the free throw line, shooting 30? Was he that bad? Like and actually this season he's picked up where he left off from what the shot he was working up leading up to the draft process. So after Fizdale left, you know how RJ finished the season really strong? Mike Miller, Mike Miller told him you can go back to your shooting coach. Ever since Fizdale left, RJ shot looked fine. I don't know if it's true, but like I was starting to look back at clips like his NBA debut. I'm like, why is his like elbow locked in more? But like towards the end, his mechanics look different. I don't know if it's just
I will tell you, like, as a shooter, that was one thing I was really good at when I did play basketball in my younger years in high school and growing up and stuff like that. I always had a really smooth stroke, got a J. It could get into your head, not even the mechanics.
Exactly.
If you look at somebody like Ray Allen, right? He shoots the ball the same. But let me take even somebody like Larry Bird. He had a more consistent stroke. He shoots the ball the same from all levels, all three levels. That stroke is here to here, right? It's the same all three levels, right? Free throw line, 3-point line is the same two-hand follow-through stroke. That's Larry Bird, right? It's never a second guessing how he's going to shoot that jump shot.
Yeah.
Some guys will shoot differently depending on the level that they shoot from, the distance that they shoot from, and whether they're defended or not. So once you start thinking about all those different ways to shoot the ball, you know, if you have a stroke that's here, and then you have one where you go up, raise up high, KD's stroke is smooth and the same regardless of what he's doing. Steph Curry does not shoot the ball the same every time, but he's such a gym rat that he can get away with it. Steph Curry will shoot a lot of his shots off a push one hand. He'll shoot a lot of flick wrist shots, and he'll shoot his natural form two-hand shots. Sometimes you see Steph shoot that ball where he's doing one of these, like where it's almost like he's doing it for fun, and he goes in. He has a lot of gym rat ways of shooting the ball, and I think that's growing up as a son of an NBA three-point shooter. He just was a gym rat. But I think what happens is you start second guessing the way you shoot the ball. So it's not even the mechanics. You're thinking when you get the ball, am I going to shoot it like this or am I going to shoot it like this? And then you're in between now. Then if a guy is on you, you got to think about how you're shooting. Then you got to be thinking about how you're going to shoot if you're in a turnaround, a spot up, a pull up. It's way too many things to think about when you got other people in your head. But if you look at Quick right now, Quick shoots the ball about two different ways. He has a push release, and he has a quicker release. Yeah. I think when he's struggling is when he's deciding which one he's going to use, depending on the situation. Once he gets it in his head, every time I shoot the three, I'm going to shoot it like this, or unless he just gets really good with this deciding which one he's going to do. And that's what Steph Curry masters. He knows exactly how he's going to shoot the three-pointer before the ball touches his hand or if the ball's already in his hand, and he's just really proficient at it. So I don't know. That's my take on shot getting messed up.
Yeah, there was a really crazy stat how
he messed up that shot too.
Oh my God.
You might got a point there, man. You got a point. He said, I guarantee you if the Knicks had gotten Steph Curry, they would have messed up his shot before he developed it. They could have.
All right,
they could have.
This is crazy stat. It says after an encouraging season opener where he scored 25 points on 11 of 15 shooting, he went on to miss 21 straight threes over the next week. RJ said, I'm never letting someone change my shot again. I felt his trainer talked about how he felt like really uncomfortable and he couldn't do like certain things off the dribble because he was thinking too much. And like, because like you're working on something like every single day, it's just muscle memory. It's just lost. You don't have to think about it anymore. But I was again, we don't know if it's true, but that's really messed up in my opinion. If Fizdale did say you're not going to your trainer anymore, like we're gonna get your shot right this way. Like who still think he is? It clearly didn't work at all. Like it didn't. I hated that hire so much because he
just imagine how inefficient. Take a guy like Tim Duncan, right? Just imagine how inefficient he would be at the bank shot if somebody told him to stop shooting less bank shots. And then every time he did a turnaround, he'd have to think of whether he was going to go glass or not. Every time he did a turnaround, he knew he was going to go glass, and that's why he was so good at it. He was so good at that bank shot because he knew he was going to shoot a bank shot. So he just practiced shooting bank shots. If one person would have gotten his head and said, well, the bank shot is less efficient, so we want you to shoot more direct to the basket, then he'd have that small fraction of a second of a hitch to decide what to do. And that's all it takes to throw off your shot and get you in a shooting slump.
Yeah. Factor says instead of talking about RJ, let's talk about Julius Randle. This man is averaging what? 32 points. He's not averaging 32 points per game.
But he just had 32 in the last 3 straight games. He's averaging 33 in the last 3 or 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we just talked about this. It becomes so regular in nature. It's sad. I remember I heard a quote that Michael Jordan told somebody when they asked him, how does he score 30 points a game, right?
Yeah.
And he said, it's just 4 buckets a quarter. He made it sound so matter of fact. Hey, I hit 4 shots a quarter. Anybody should be able to do that. When you look at Julius Randle, though, he has the ball in his hand. His usage rate has gone up exponentially. He makes the right decisions, and he's shooting at a high field goal percentage, and he's hitting his free throws. So it's like Julius Randle should be scoring 25 points a game. He's super high usage rate. His percentages are up. He gets a decent amount of rebounds. The ball's in his hands. He should be scoring 25 a game, or at least the 23 he averages. And now I think he's starting to let the game come to him and see how easy it is for him to score 25. And now it's like it's actually becoming easy for him to score 30. Not necessarily easy, done in 3 straight games, one in which this one he just had 44. Yeah. He's probably realizing like, yo, I really just got to score 3 or 4 buckets a quarter.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's crazy how much like the NBA has changed. I saw a crazy stat. There's like 18 or 19 players averaging 20 plus points per game. And it's just like the most odd players nowadays. Like all respect to, I think Jeremy Grant's solid. He's on a bad team or whatever. I don't think he's like some superstar though. But like you have guys like Jeremy Grant that are averaging 20 points per game. Well, it happens also when you're just on like really bad teams. Like you have to take it into context. But like, just like maybe like 10 years ago, there's probably like 10 players that average like 20 plus points. That's just crazy to me.
It might be 19 teams in the league that have 2 players averaging 20 points a game. Because I don't think as a team in the league, like if I put up NBA.com with the league leaders for each team, I don't think as a team in the league that doesn't have one player that's at least averaging 20 points a game. Like you said,
RJ's averaging 17. Close.
I'm saying every team in the league, I think, has at least one guy averaging 20. Even the Timberwolves, you know what I mean? But I think it might be 20 guys averaging 25 a game, which would be crazy. We're like one of the few teams that don't have a guy averaging 25.
Yeah.
Some teams got 2 guys averaging 25. So it's like that's become more the norm. And you got a couple of guys averaging high, like mid 30s. Like I think now Steph doesn't average 30. I know Bradley Beal probably still averages 30. Giannis was like at 30 and B was close to 30. You didn't have that. You had an anomaly every once in a while. You had 1 or 2 guys averaging over 30. But yeah, listen, I hate to go right now, man, because you still got people watching. But Noah, it was always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, brother. You liven my conversation up, and thanks for all the time you jumped on my chats, and I definitely wanted to return the favor and jump on yours. Support the channel big time. And hey guys, I'm out. My lady is probably knocked out of sleep and wishing I was there a long time ago. So guys, let's go Knicks.
Yo, thanks. Yo, that was Heartstorm Media. It's 1:44 in the morning. Might go for like 5 to 10 more minutes. How successful do you think the Knicks will be in the playoffs / maybe the play-in tournament? The best will probably take 1 series, but it depends who we're playing. If it's like the Hawks, maybe we'll take a series, even though I still think they're a better coach team now under Nate McMillan. I think we match up well against them. Yeah, if you breathe on a guy, it's a foul nowadays. Jordan was asked how he scored 24 points a game, not 30. He said 6 a quarter. Oh, okay, I got you. How successful? Oh, wait, I read that already. There's a reason RJ gets double. To be honest, when the game's on the line, I prefer RJ. I actually agree with you. Randle's proven to like he has stretches. Sometimes he's solid down. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't like. I don't know if it's because his decision making could sometimes be like piss poor down the stretch of games or what. I'm still not sold on the Hawks defensively at all. But I don't know if we can keep up with them offensively. We'll have to see when we play them. But yeah, guys, I am gonna close it out. Appreciate you guys being here. You guys are amazing. Appreciate the super chats. I appreciate everyone that's a member. I'm exhausted. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. It's 1:45 in the morning. I appreciate all the love and support. Yeah, have a good night, guys.